Okay, we have head coach Gary Andersen. We'll have coach make an opening comment, and then you guys can ask questions.
Well, it's obviously it's great to win. It was a team effort. All three phases contributed. It was good to get some young players in there as we went through the game in the second half, and it's winning is an awesome feeling, and these kids deserved it. They fought hard, and we're excited to get this film evaluated. And we got a bye week, and we've got plenty we can obviously improve on. But just there's a lot of great individual efforts out there, which you guys know about already. But as a team, I thought we wanted to convert third downs on offense. We needed to make sure on defense we got out of third downs. We needed to win the turnover battle, and that was the three biggest goals. And we accomplished those, I believe, from what I know at this point without studying the stats. So proud of the kids, great victory, and it's great to be back in that stadium for myself personally. It was a good day.
Coach, tell us more about how it feels to be back in Country Valley, winning, and here around the stadium.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've never been on that field and like that with the press box and the new jumbotrons, and obviously they bought some quality speakers. It's awesome. The crowd's awesome. It looked like to me it was a very, very good crowd. They were vocal, they were loud, they were excited. It was, I don't know another word to say, but for myself, it was awesome.
Really balanced offensive attack today, over 300 yards rushing and 300 yards receiving. How gratifying is it to keep the opposing defense guessing like that? Yeah, they did. They kept them off guard. When we want to be a football team that can run it or throw it, if there's a game when we get in trouble or a situation where we can run it better when we can throw it, or it's vice versa, then we'll do that. But we'd love to be a balanced football team, and we were pretty balanced today, and it was good to see. It was good to see a couple of the backs get in there and get themselves going early with G. Bright and Jalen, what they did, and we had some other backs make some nice runs as we went through there. So it was good to see, and some dynamic playmakers. This offense has dynamic playmakers. If we can get the ball in their hands, they're tough to deal with, and that was obvious tonight.
You mentioned having dynamic players, like even before you're bringing some of the subs in, you had a lot of receivers with catches, like 7 or 8, and most of them had multiple catches. What's it like to have so many receivers that Jordan Love's able to throw the ball to and make plays?
Well, I think that the biggest thing is we have Jordan Love to make those plays. He is a special quarterback, and he stays so steady Eddie, and in the moment takes what's there. And if the receivers they're unselfish as a crew, which is also great to see. There's nobody out there counting catches. They're just excited when their opportunity comes to make a play. And we've caught the ball extremely well, and we've made some big plays. And in this offense, I say it all the time, you can't just be a guy that catches the ball and falls down. You have to catch the ball and make something happen with it. And we have numerous guys that were able to do that tonight. And I think again the offensive line allowed Jordan to get the ball out in a timely manner, and they all executed at a high level. So, but it's awesome for Jordan to have those weapons. You try to recruit the most dynamic players that you can recruit at those skill spots, and it's great to put that group together. I've told him before, I hope we can continue through the years to have this many explosive players on offense, and that would be something special if we continue it, but we got them right now.
Sure, one of the most gratifying aspects for you had been your third down defense today. That was an area of concern against Wake Forest, but 5 straight 3-and-outs to start the game. So how big of a deal was that? Yeah,
it was. It was big, and I think you just need to grow, continually grow as a football team. No matter who you're playing, no matter what's going on in the score, no matter what the situation is, good, bad, or indifferent. And so we kept challenging this defense to do is just continue to grow and develop and put themselves in the spot. We had the one drive they got on a bunch of the reserves when we went in there, and then those reserve kids kind of bowed up a little bit and started communicating and talking and tackling better and doing things that will allow them to really gain a lot of momentum for themselves. As those guys are the second and sometimes even the third guys in those spots. But, again, third downs really is – you got to earn your way to third down, and on third down is the only down. You got to get off the field if you're going to be a good defense. And we kind of flipped the chart on that today from a week ago.
Coach, Jalen had that sequence early in the third quarter with the 25-yard catch and then a touchdown after that. What did you see from him? Why do you think that he was more just impactful overall?
Jalen Warren?
Yeah.
Yeah, again, just when opportunity knocks on this offense, you better take advantage of it. And I guess that's the best way for me to put it. He had his shots, he had his opportunities. The counter was blocked out extremely well in the big run on the first, I believe that was the first series of the second half, if I remember right. He's a dynamic playmaker. He was a dynamic playmaker last week, and he was the same thing today. So our ability to get our backs out of the backfield and catch the ball, I think, is another great thing that allows ourselves to just be a little bit more versatile on offense. So I'm proud of Jalen. G. Bright had some great things he did today as he continues to grow, and those two kids have done really good things.
We shuffled some things in the secondary. You moved Troy to nickelback to start the game. Did that pan out? I know the quarterback was a situation you weren't super pleased with the week for.
Yeah, it was. We've had some issues there, and from a lot of different situations, some young men were not able to play tonight. So Troy moving over to nickel was an adjustment that we thought we needed to make, and both those guys. Grace did a nice job there. Grayson came in, he held down the fort, he did some good things for us, and we need to be too deep at those positions also. Now that requires Troy to go back and forth from safety to nickel a little bit, but hopefully as we grow, we'll get more of those safeties that can come in and take some of those reps as we roll through there. So the goal is always to get our best, hopefully 22 players on the defensive side to play. We're never going to say we just have 11 starters on defense. We don't play that way. I don't think you can play that way in this day and age. You need to have kids need to take a blow. We're rolling probably 10 different defensive linemen through there now as we're rolling those guys through, and we'll continue to do that all season. Again, it's just the unselfishness of the players is so important for them to understand that as we continue to grow. It's not, you're out of series, it's not because you're not playing well, it's because we want to do what's best for this football team and for the defense as a whole. So they accepted their roles today, and I thought did a nice job.
Speaking of the secondary, what did you see out of Cam Lampkin in his first start?
It's just wild. For Cam's composure, Cam played in a very, very competitive league in high school, and that really helps him. And he came from a high school program that was very, very structure oriented, and I think it's helped him adjust to this moment. And he came in with a lot of confidence and a lot of belief, and he continues to grow and develop. He'll gain a lot of knowledge again from this film, but he wants it all. He wants all of it coming back at him. He wants to study the film. He wants to learn how to play. He wants to learn how to be in the moment. A week ago he was learning how to get on an airplane for the first time with his team, and now all of a sudden he's started and played however many snaps we played tonight. So it's a pleasant surprise, and don't forget that 2.5 weeks ago he was a wide receiver. So it's pretty special what that kid's been able to do.
Coach, you've got the first of 2 bye weeks coming up now, really early in the season, but then you got a really tough game against San Diego State, who just beats UCLA today.
Yeah.
What's the biggest thing you're going to be working on with your team during the bye week?
Just the same focus that we need to worry about us. There's so many things that we need to continue to work on. We understand who we are, what good, what is average, and what's not good enough is not good enough, and continue just to grow on this momentum and build on a win. It's so important to be able to build on a win and just continue to grow as a program, to continue to grow the older kids, the kids that have played a little bit in the past and the kids that have played none in the past. Just let's all bond together and keep on fighting and growing, because this, obviously, as you guys know, this is going to be a very, very difficult league this year. A very difficult league this year. There's a lot of good football teams, and looks like we're playing them all as we go through there. So it's going to be competitive as it can be.
Coach, how much did the playing time for Peasley and Columbia mean?
It was good, to get those guys in there and get them some reps, and they've had a little bit of that in the past, but they both came in and did a nice job. Pease with his legs obviously did what he did, and Henry came in, and it was a great throw down there for the touchdown. So just those reps are again invaluable. We can have all those practice reps we need, but getting in those game situations is a very, very important piece for those quarterbacks as they continue to grow. And those two kids are very unselfish also. They're not sitting there saying, well, I should get my reps or whatever. They come in when it's their turn, they go play.
Coach, some teams can kind of fall into taking advantage of games like this against FCS opponents. What did you like about the way your team treated this game, handled the opponent?
Well, I think we were very focused. We knew we played a quality opponent last week, and we knew that this is a quality opponent. All you have to do is watch college football and see these guys have been to the playoffs. These guys play in a very tough league. I mean, I know how tough that league is, and there's good football in that league, and you can throw on this tape and see that this is a well-coached football team that wants to play extremely hard. And so I think our kids were focused. I challenged them again as a staff. We challenged them to focus on themselves. Yes, the opponent, prepare for the opponent, but we are so still in infancy stages of this season of learning how to watch tape as a position group, watch tape as an offense, study tape as your own self when you go home at night, and all those things. I thought we handled that well, and it appeared we grew. Now we'll evaluate the film and continue to look at it and see where we need to grow, but the challenge is not always your opponent. Sometimes the challenge is yourself as you continue to work to grow as a team and as an individual.